Hello and welcome to another episode of the Verde Valley Experience. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Jennifer Cohen. Really pleased to have you along with us in the holiday times. Thank you for taking the time to watch some TV here at Verde Valley TV. We really appreciate you. Great show coming up. Lots of stuff popping for the holidays as always. But then it's also good to get a jump on the things that are going to be happening in the new year. Hence the Sedona Marathon. The 13th annual Sedona Marathon will be happening on February 3rd. But if you register now, you can save yourself some bucks, so that's a good thing. We'll hear all about it from Kegn Moorcroft. She's the Director of Communications of the Sedona Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau. Hey, that's a good handle. She's here with us today. She's going to tell us all about a wonderful event. It's a great way to start out a healthy new year. Then from the Old Town Mission, they're going to be here to talk about their Christmas at the Mission. They have meals, they have holiday programs. Santa will be there with gifts for the kids. They're going to make sure that everyone has a happy holiday. The Old Town Mission does so much for our area just on a regular basis during the holiday season. They really kick it up a notch. Then from the Immaculate Conception School, we're going to have Jackie Kirkham, who's the principal. She's here to talk about their Christmas pageant. Always wonderful school Christmas pageants. Nothing tickles your cheeks more than a bunch of little kids singing. I just love it. So that's happening on December 21st at the Immaculate Conception Church there. So Jackie's going to be here to talk about the pageant, tell us about what's going on there. That's December 21st. And also throw in a big mention for the Arizona Tax Credit Program, because you know that you can donate directly to the schools to help our community. So we're going to talk about that. Then, courtesy of our friends at Cat and Verde Links, we are going to take a trip over to Fort Verde State Historic Park because it's the holidays. And Park Manager Sheila Stubler and all the volunteers have been busy as bees decorating the entire 1880s era fort with authentic Christmas decorations. They went out, they cut the trees down, they made the boughs, they put everything up, they decorated everything, they made paper angels and tussy mussies and filled things with candies, and the whole fort smells wonderful. They did candlelight tours all throughout the month of December. They do all kinds of fun things. So we're going to go take a sneak peek at the Victorian Christmas at Fort Verde State Historic Park. And then for our finale of the show today, of course, it's the holiday time. We're going to have the Verde Valley Voices come. They are having their annual concert. This year it's called Get a Handle on Christmas. Get the reference there? They're going to be singing lots of wonderful old holiday tunes, a few new ones, some of the antique ones, which I love so much, happening on December 17th. Free concert. You'll want to hear about that, so don't go away. We're going to go ahead and get started. We have the beautiful and talented Kegn Moorcroft. Now you've got quite, I love your title, Director of Communications for Sedona Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau.
It's a long one. It's a mouthful.
Wow, that is, but what a great job that must be.
It is really fun. I love promoting Sedona and working with local events, and that's what the marathon is all about.
I know, and really, you know, they say Sedona is one of the most beautiful places in the world. If you're going to run there.
Yeah, run amongst the amazing red rocks. It's usually perfect weather, nice and crisp in the morning, and the sun comes out. It's always an amazing event.
It is, and its weather's been great. Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock. We're going to have great weather for the marathon this year. Now, it happens on February 3rd, but registration is open, correct?
Yeah, registration has actually been open this entire time, and the next big price bump is after the holidays on January 3rd. So you got plenty of time to sign up and plenty of time to register. It's 57 days away from today.
That's true.
So 2 months you could register and participate in the half marathon, 10K or 5K.
Right.
Or if you're really adventurous, I suppose you could do the full, but it's difficult.
Yeah, I saw a few people were registered for that. That was good.
Yeah.
That's good. Now, the price bump is really interesting because if you start out, you know, it starts between 20 for the 12 and unders to 70 for the adults in the full marathon. Then it goes up again, and then it goes up again, and then it goes up again.
Right.
And the day of, it's a big difference because you're looking at $30 to $95.
Right.
So it's like a $20 jump every time.
Yeah, we got to order all of our shirts and medals and all the food for the course. Cliff Bar.
Ooh.
They're doing all the food for the race day. So on all the aid stations, there's 10 aid stations. They'll be really great. Cliff shots and bars and all kinds of really good nutrition.
All right.
And then we just found out that Whole Foods Sedona came in as our pasta night dinner. The night before, if you do a carb load, that's kind of a tradition amongst runners, and you can go to Whole Foods and do a buffet for $8.99 pound.
Whoa.
So it's another really great opportunity for all the runners to bond and get together under one roof.
Oh, how fun.
It's going to be really cool.
That is fun. And really, the runners, it's a clique. It's a cult group. almost.
They talk a lot, especially on social media. They're always communicating about which race is next, which race is most inspirational, and the marathon comes up all the time. So luckily, that's the easiest part of my job is just getting out there and showing people how amazing this beautiful course is.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Now, it's been going on for 13 years. How long have you been involved in it?
We've had it for 10 years now, 10 years. So it's been quite the process taking it over and learning the ins and outs of running a huge event like this. Last year we had over 3,000 participants from all over the world. So getting the word out of this amazing event and sharing it with our locals, it's really great camaraderie, and it's a fun event to host in Sedona.
Good, and it's always extremely well run.
Right.
Thank you for that, because it's a lot to orchestrate all those people taking off and running down the road. You've got traffic issues, you've got water stations, aid stations, you've got, of course, first aid stations and snack stations, and the, oh my God, I need to take a minute stations.
There's a lot of those stations.
There's a lot to organize.
Yeah, there's over 400 volunteers that come out every year. So if you're looking for a volunteer opportunity, of course, the marathon always has it. But we're also really thankful for our sponsor, Northern Arizona Healthcare. They're our presenting sponsor, and we couldn't do this event without them. They're really involved in the community, and it's nice that they're opening new hospitals. They're all over the place.
Yeah,
so
they
cool.
are. Northern Arizona Healthcare does a great job here in the Valley, and it's of course it's a natural thing for them to be a sponsor of something that encourages a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, if they can promote health, I mean, it makes their job easier.
Absolutely, it definitely on one end does make their job easier. Do you run?
I do, but I'm really slow. I'm more of a swimmer myself, but I run the 5K every year, and I also love doing the training runs. It's a first, second, and third Saturday of January, and you can go do a free training run and either do the 5K, 10K, half or full. It's all marked, and there's aid stations. It's just a fun way to get to know the course before you actually run it. So I do that every year, and that's about the extent of my running. Pretty slow, but it's fun.
Hey, it's not so much the time you make it in, it's that you made it, or that you even attempted to make it, or that you got your foot across that line just to start with is huge for most people.
And you would see people in walkers crossing the line, and it's so beautiful. People just love this event. And the coolest part is that we have a new expo location. Since the event is growing so large, we moved it to Posse Grounds Park, which is right in the heart of Sedona.
Right on.
Amazing views and much more space. So there'll be a heated, humongous circus tent, and tons of vendors will be there, music. It'll just be more fun than ever the day before.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Okay. So the marathon happens on the 3rd.
Yes.
So on the 2nd, when does the event start happening? The 1st, the 2nd?
The marathon starts at 9 a.m. and then 10 minutes after that.
Okay,
so,
sure, the day of the run.
Yeah.
And the night before is the pasta dinner.
It's a pasta dinner from 3 to 9, and then the expo is from 1 to 8.
1 to 8 on the Friday,
on
the
Friday.
2nd? Okay,
yeah.
Just a one-day thing, 1 to 8 on Friday.
One day, pick it up, and then prepare for your race, get acclimated to the elevation if you're from out of town, or just come in and grab some grub in Sedona, and people from Cottonwood and Clarkdale, Cornville, whatever.
Yeah,
it's a great time.
And it is amazing. People come from all over the world to do this run.
Yeah. There's a guy coming from Russia, and he wants us to send him a letter. And okay.
Oh my gosh.
It's just so cool. I love it. I love the world coming together for a common interest like running.
Absolutely. It gets bigger every year.
Yeah.
So you know you're doing it right. It's successful, and it gets bigger every year with the expo quadrupling in size.
Right.
That's huge. What kind of things do we see at the expo? Is it like the place to go and get new running shoes, to try new energy snacks, or
all the above? I wouldn't recommend buying a new pair of running shoes right before a race. I said that. But you could try on future running shoes. But yeah, all of our sponsors have the ability to be there for free, so it's a nice opportunity to get in front of you guys. You're going to be there, Yavapai Broadcasting, and all of the sponsors that will be there. There's lots of food sponsors. Last year there was a woman making homemade apple pies. It's just really sweet and down to earth, and a lot of local interest, a lot of local partners. It's not real corporate or anything like that. It's just a nice, honest expo with live music and fun stuff like that.
Wow, that sounds like fun.
You have to come.
Can we just go to that if we're not running? Okay, good. I tell people, and you've heard this, I know you've heard this before, I run away from or after, but that's it. I don't just run to run.
You're running. You can always walk it too. There's walkers there.
Hey, that's good to know. And kids and dogs?
Dogs, no.
No dogs.
Unless it's a service dog.
Unless it's a service dog. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to get out there because sometimes you see people with dogs. Okay, so they can go to SedonaMarathon.com.
Yes.
And they can register. And there's information about the expo there and
Yep.
any questions they might have.
There's so much information. We just redid our website. It looks great. So
it does.
Yeah.
It does. Can they pay right there online?
Yeah. Everything's online.
Everything's
And there's
taken
also
care of.
a new function where you can get a gift for a registration.
Oh.
So let's say your mom really wants to do a marathon or your son or whatever, you can get him a gift and pass on
Christmas
the healthy.
stocking stuffer,
Yeah.
healthy living. Sedona Marathon, the 13th annual Sedona Marathon is happening on February the 3rd. Check it out, SedonaMarathon.com. All the information that you need is right there, SedonaMarathon.com. We've been talking with Kegn Moorcroft. Thank you so much for being here and the work you're doing. I love your enthusiasm.
I love it.
We'll be right back with more of the Verde Valley Experience, so don't go away.
Fabulous views and unmatched quality with efficiency in mind. Just announced, C&B Construction is the only contractor ever to win the EPA's coveted Indoor Air Plus Leaders Award 4 years in a row. These Energy Star certified homes provide unparalleled energy efficiency, comfort, durability, and indoor air quality. C&B Construction is currently building at Gray Fox Ridge and Crossroads at Mingus. C&B Construction, locally respected and nationally recognized.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles.
Building a home, remodeling, or need furniture for the holidays? Time to order is now. Amish Home Decor offers furniture for every room in your home in many different woods, stains, and styles. We even offer patio furniture and mattresses. If you don't see what you're looking for on the showroom floor, just ask. We buy from 100 different Amish families located at the corner of Glassford Hill and Highway 69 in Prescott Valley. Amish Home Decor is the place to buy tomorrow's antiques.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We are now here with Jill Sweet, who is the General Manager of the Old Town Mission. Now, the Old Town Mission does so much for us in this area yearly, but it's the holidays, Jill. And now you guys are really pulling out the stops.
We are. We just got finished with our whole Thanksgiving events, which was tremendous. We had the Great Turkey Giveaway. We gave over 600 full turkey dinners out.
Wow.
And this is where they take it home and prepare it. So that was really exciting. We are getting ready for our Christmas celebration. It's called Believe in the Miracle of Christmas.
Oh.
And so what we're doing with this is really something different than we did last year. Last year we opened it up to the whole community. And it was about a 3-hour event in the evening, and we had, I think, about 500-600 people come through and attend, which was neat. This year, we're being very intentional about the families that we're inviting to it. We have put out invitations. We're doing a collaborative effort with a lot of the nonprofits and different organizations and churches and things in the area. So like the fire department, we gave them 5 invitations. The school district got invitations. House of Ruth, Verde Valley Sanctuary, Unisource, churches, Head Start. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. Northern Arizona Healthcare. So they are going to target families that are struggling, that are in need, and that they can come to our event, which is on December 15th, next Friday night, from 5 to 7 p.m. and just be blessed by it. So and we're also going to have all our volunteers there that are just going to love on them. So they'll come in, we'll have interactive tables where they can do like ornaments or gingerbread houses, things like that, Christmas music where you can sing along. We have different, Chase Bank was just in, we have other ones going to donate full decorated trees, artificial, so they'll have them for years, and we'll raffle those off, give them out. And then the kids will go in and they will get to see Santa and Mrs. Claus, and it's kind of Santa at the manger. So obviously it's about the birth of Jesus, so he's going to bring that in, and then they'll go get to pick out toys, and it's just a really nice interactive evening with our volunteers, the community, and very targeted families, you know, that we'll bless. So
excellent.
Yeah, so we're really excited about that, and we love working with the whole community. That's what's been really neat.
Yeah, you do so much there. I mean, so I don't know how you have time for it all.
Volunteers. Volunteers are absolutely the heart of the mission. There is no way we could do any of this because we only have at the mission, we have 5 paid staff. That's it. Myself, Kelly, Billy, who does all of the janitorial, engineering, and then we have Will, our grocery rescue agent, and we just hired someone part-time that kind of does all the different areas because we do so many different things, and she can kind of jump in anywhere. And so the rest, honestly, it's all volunteers. They are absolutely the heart of the mission, and we have probably on a weekly basis, just normal, not events or anything, about 50 volunteers. Wow. So when the events come around, like Operation Back to School, we gave over like 800 backpacks, almost 1,000 actually this year, 500 on the day of the event. We had probably, I don't even know, between everyone, 150, volunteers, I don't know, putting it all together. So it's a lot. It's a community effort. But what's so cool about our community in Cottonwood is because it's a small town. And of course, we serve the whole Verde Valley. So it's all the areas, Camp Verde, Sedona, Jerome, Clarkdale, everywhere. But we all come together. And, we all have resources to give. And as we all pull together, boy, does it bless the community and change things. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah,
you guys
it's been neat
to
be a part of it.
How long have you been involved, Jill?
I have been with the mission for 2.5 years.
All right.
So it's been neat. I'm from the Phoenix area, Phoenix, Scottsdale, and so I've worked with a lot of the nonprofits down there, but it's different in a smaller community. And it's really, I've been blessed so much by this. It's been such a journey, and I'm very privileged to just work with the people I do and the volunteers, the clients that come in. And, our client base is, people think sometimes it's just maybe the homeless without a residence, which we do. We have probably 16 to 20%. The rest, really, the other 80%, elderly, living on fixed income. It's veterans, it's single families, it's working class poor, and just people going through hard times. Sure. So the community coming around and offering all these resources and the donations that come in, wow, does it bless the community.
Oh, I know.
So we're very grateful and thankful for that.
Yeah, you have a lot of amazing programs there. Your lunch program,
yes,
for example. Tell us about that.
Well, we serve lunch Monday through Friday, high noon, 12 to 1, and on a daily basis we probably see anywhere from 55 to 85, 90. We've hit 100. Yeah, so, and that's on a daily basis, Monday through Friday. Now, on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, we work with Goodwill where we have our volunteers pack lunches. So they can always go and get a lunch there and have a meal for the homeless residents.
Wow. So lunch is taken care of 7 days a week.
Yes, absolutely.
Where does the funding for that come from?
It really comes from just individuals, businesses. It's all donated. It's all donated. Now, we do work with St. Mary's Food Bank. That's the only help we get from the government. And they deliver food to us on Tuesdays. And then they also do what's called TFAP, the Emergency Food Assistance Program. And it's a prepackaged box that comes in.
Right.
And it has some like rice and canned foods and juices, things like that. So the clients can get that once a month. And then we also do the Food Plus program, which is also sponsored by them. And that is for the elderly population, and we deliver that. So we make about, we probably do about 50 deliveries, and then people come and pick up as well, so probably about 100, 150 Food Plus boxes for seniors.
For seniors, and that's a weekly program.
That is a monthly program as well, yeah. Excellent. But people, as far as our food pantry, they can come through once a week.
Right, and the food pantry. Now tell us about that. I know there's so many things going on.
There's a lot. So the food pantry, our clients come in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It is open from 9 to 11:30. They come in, they check in, we greet them, and then they get to go through the food pantry and pick out their own items. So that's really nice. So they pick out canned, fresh fruits, vegetables, breads, meats, everything. We get a lot of donations too from all the stores. So Walmart, Fry's, Safeway, Whole Foods, organic, which is great. Organic Fridays, everyone knows about that. So Whole Foods has blessed us with that. And it really helps for a lot of our elderly clients or ones that are compromised their immune system to have those kind of organic foods available.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
It's I am blown away by what you're doing at the Old Town Mission, Jill. I'm blown away every time we speak, but particularly around the holidays, because you do so much for people on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, for the elderly, for the homeless, for the disadvantaged, for the families that may be struggling. Maybe it's just your first time struggling, or maybe you've been struggling for a while. The Old Town Mission can help out, which is awesome. Check out the website, oldtownmission.org. If they want to volunteer, they can go to the website.
Absolutely.
Sign up that way. If they want to donate, they can go to the website.
Absolutely.
Donate
or stop
that
in,
way.
because we'd love to give a tour as well.
That's true.
So, yeah.
That's great.
So that's available too. And we are also asking, we're doing our Christmas brunch. We also do a Thanksgiving brunch and then a Christmas brunch. This is for our clients and anyone in the community that wants to come. That I have to look at the date, December 22nd at noon. And we just make a really nice brunch for them. And we're also going to, just asking anyone that wants to donate just small gift cards to, say, local restaurants or fast food for our clients that do not have a home, that don't have residences, you know, where they can go to, say, McDonald's, or they can go to Denny's and get a meal.
Oh, nice.
So, and we'll be giving those out.
Oh, very nice. That's
So, yeah.
wonderful, Jill. Check out oldtownmission.org, all the information that you need. I'm so touched by it, by what you do. It's never, you think of everything. So thank you, Jill. Really appreciate
thank the community.
you.
That's what makes it. It's the whole community. Thank you so much for having us on.
Thank you for watching the Verde Valley Experience. We've got more, so don't you dare go away, because we'll be right back.
Hi, this is Greg at Verde Solar Power. You know, Arizona has lots of clean, renewable sunshine, and we want to help you take advantage of it with our quality solar installations, and we offer to beat any written offer on a residential solar electric system. So bring us your electric bill and let us show you how solar power will save you money. We're located conveniently here in the Verde Valley and are dedicated to helping the valley go solar. So remember, the energy solution comes up every morning.
Lease it now with Sears Hometown and Outlet. Right now is the perfect time to take a closer look at leasing. Leasing's a great way to get more. Choose from thousands of items throughout the store and online. Pick out at least $199 worth of items to start a lease, and take home the brands you love with no credit required. It's simple. Take home what you want, when you want it, and leave satisfied.
Come see me, Lisa Peterson, your local store owner, and our great team at the Cottonwood Sears Hometown Store.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We are now here with Jackie Kirkham, who is the principal of the Immaculate Conception Catholic School. What a beautiful building. Thank you for having such a beautiful building. I drive by it every day and I look at it and my heart sings when I just look at the outside of your building. So your location is, thank you for being there, just for me to look at.
It's actually very beautiful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. How long have you been principal of the school?
I've been principal for the last 2 years, my second year.
Excellent. Are you enjoying yourself?
I absolutely love it. It's just a great place to be. Wonderful campus, and just everybody's so supportive.
Yeah, it's a huge campus too. It's really surprising you don't see, but there's the buildings in the back. There's the huge giant play area and sports area for the children. You've really got it going on over there.
Yeah, you know, our building, we have 11 classrooms in there, so it's, you know, we're pretty much at capacity right now, and we have a lot of room to expand. So we're hoping in the future to do some expansion.
Right. Yeah, you're right there on 89A and Bill Gray Road, the big beautiful church with the beautiful stained glass, and you know. The stained glass is very inviting, but then now it's the holidays and you're doing a Christmas pageant. So that's even more inviting. So tell us what's going to happen there.
Well, we're having our 9th annual Christmas pageant, and it's something that we've done, you know, we've tried to improve every single year, and it's just a wonderful way to focus on the Christmas holidays and what Christmas is all about. So we are just very fortunate to have teachers that will jump in and help us with the pageant, and we have a student population of 200 students that are all involved in the pageant. Wow. So everyone from our preschoolers, our 3-year-olds, all the way up to our 14-year-olds.
Oh, cute. Are there performances or is it just singing?
It's mostly singing. We have some narration that's done, and we have two students that are stars. We have Bianca Klein is going to be portraying the Virgin Mary,
nice.
and then her husband Joseph is played by Jarrett Montebias.
Excellent.
So yeah.
What a huge honor for them
It is.
to get to play Mary and Joseph.
Yes.
That's just huge.
Big roles to fill.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, how nervous would you be? How long is the program?
The program's about an hour long, and it has every grade level is participating. They're going to be singing songs from just Christmas songs and different songs. We have some students that are going to be doing a Bible verse, and mostly it's going to be narration of the Nativity.
Excellent. Well, that's a wonderful thing to see in the holidays. You always need to get yourself around a nativity scene to really feel the spirit of Christmas.
Absolutely.
And with the children singing, so it's December 21st. It starts at 6 p.m. It's at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church there on Bill Gray Road in 89A. Is there a charge to get in?
No, it's free to the public. In fact, we hope that you bring your neighbors and your friends and everybody. Come and enjoy and get ready for the Christmas spirit.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Will the children be in uniform or dressed up?
They're dressed up. Every child is going to be dressed up. We have angels and shepherds and a North Star and wise men. So it's just amazing to see everybody involved.
Who makes the costumes?
Well, the costumes, we've had some of them made. We've been doing this for 9 years, so we have a lot of them. Year after year, they've been made by different people, and we've got quite a wide range of collection now. So we make sure that all the parts are, the teachers assign every part to a student, and then we make sure that all of our preschoolers are angels, and so we have parents that help make some of the costumes and that. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a really nice thing that you do every year.
Thank you. Well, actually the teachers do it, but...
The teachers do. Well,
yes,
thank
they
you
do.
to all the teachers for doing that,
They're
for
wonderful.
bringing the Christmas spirit forward. And of course, I remember as a Catholic school child doing the big things, around the holidays and all the wonderfulness that went along with that. And I still remember that all these years later. I'm so old now, But, so what a wonderful thing to touch the child's life and then to also touch the community's life with this pageant.
Yes.
Kids singing Christmas songs, like nothing makes me, that in weddings, I'm like, crying.
Yeah, it is beautiful to hear the kids singing. That's one of the joys that I love about being at Catholic school is to see the kids singing it.
Right. Now, being that, and the funny thing that happens during the holidays in Arizona is it's tax credit season. And I know that Arizona has opened up some new rules when it comes to donating to schools during Arizona tax season. They've changed it. Of course, you can go, it's a public school, it's $200 for a single person or $400 for a married couple. And a private school, it goes up. Are you public or private?
We are private.
You're private. So I can hand you a $1,000 check.
You can actually hand me almost $1,100.
Oh my gosh,
if you're filing by yourself, and if you're filing jointly, that'd be about $2,200.
Wow, that's a whole lot of money.
Yes. Actually, our tax credits are higher than the public school because our parents are paying the taxes for public education, plus they have to pay tuition as well. So therefore, we have a higher base for our contributions for that.
Right. So it makes a bigger difference for us really to give to you. And we've discussed the Arizona tax credit program, but dollar for dollar, the money that you owe the government, if you owe them $500, you can take that $500 and you can keep it local. You can give it to a school, give it to a charity, give it to a qualified foster care facility. And that $500, instead of going into Uncle Sam's giant bottomless pockets, it's going to stay in the community to make a difference. So you don't have to give your money to the government anymore. You can give it to a local organization. I love this state.
And they make it very easy. You can actually write a taxes. You can write a check instead of writing a check to Arizona Department of Revenue. You can write it right to Immaculate Conception Catholic School or whatever organization you're passionate about. I'm passionate about education. I do public tax credits, private tax credits. I do clubs that are big brothers, big sisters. I'm a very, very big proponent of anything that supports a child's education. There's no better investment on your money.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because when you think about that, how it ripples out to the world. Really, one child having a good education can change the world.
Yep, they're our future, and so we want to make sure they're educated and doing everything they can.
Absolutely.
So
And it's nice to have so many options in the Verde Valley of different types of education. We've got our charter schools, we've got our public schools, we've got our wonderful private schools. We have a lot. But when it comes to the Arizona tax credit, you know, if your kid goes to public school, you know, you can donate there. And then, of course, you're going to owe more taxes anyway. Then you donate like me. And you're going to donate to a private school. Do you see much in the way of Arizona tax credits filing in? Is it increasing? How's that doing for you?
Well, I know 50% of our budget is tax credits, so we're getting enough money to sustain that, which our private school education is costing $5,300 a year for each student, and we have families that have several children, so basically we rely on that money to come in. So we see pretty steady, it varies year to year, but pretty steady funds that are coming in for that.
Great.
Pretty
good.
You know, stable.
Sure, people are catching on.
Right.
Which is nice.
Yeah, it's just such a wonderful program, really. I mean, I like to have control over where my tax dollars are spent.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So
absolutely. So there you go.
I make sure I support education.
So while you're at the pageant, we'll drop a check.
That's right.
While you're at the pageant. Okay, that's happening December 21st at 6 p.m. at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church. It's on Verde Road in 89A, 6 o'clock. It's free. Yeah, another free, wonderful holiday event that you can. Take your checkbook while you're there. Remember the Arizona Tax Credit Program and how it benefits children in our schools. Thank you so much for being here, Jackie.
Thank you for having me.
Super for having you. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you.
And we'll be right back with more of the experience, so don't go away.
Lease it now with Sears Hometown and Outlet. Right now is the perfect time to take a closer look at leasing. Leasing's a great way to get more. Choose from thousands of items throughout the store and online. Pick out at least $199 worth of items to start a lease and take home the brands you love with no credit required. It's simple. Take home what you want, when you want it, and leave satisfied.
Come see me, Lisa Peterson, your local store owner, and our great team at the Cottonwood Sears Hometown Store.
Hi, this is Greg at Verde Solar Power. You know, Arizona has lots of clean, renewable sunshine, and we want to help you take advantage of it with our quality solar installations, and we offer to beat any written offer on a residential solar electric system. So bring us your electric bill and let us show you how solar power will save you money. We're located conveniently here in the Verde Valley and are dedicated to helping the valley go solar. So remember, the energy solution comes up every morning.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We are now over here in Camp Verde at Fort Verde State Historic Park. So, Christmas time, the entire month until January, the entire fort is decorated in periodly authentic Christmas festive, what?
Absolutely.
What are we going to call this?
Greenery.
Just extravaganza of the smells in here. These trees you brought in yourselves. You went out and cut your own trees.
We did. A volunteer, Keith and I went out and got a permit from the U.S. Forest Service and cut the trees down yesterday. And by this morning, it was all fully decorated thanks to staff and volunteers and everybody hightailing it to make it a Victorian Christmas.
Amazing. Yeah, the smell is a bit like intoxicating right now. It's awesome. This is Sheila Stubler, who is the park manager over here at the fort. Thank you for being here all these years now.
Thank you for coming.
You've been doing this. Absolutely. I love Christmas, and of course the decorations are my favorite Victorian era 1880s decorations.
Yep.
They were a little different. Of course, you had the foodstuffs. You have popcorn and cranberries. But then you get into all these handmade things. What is this called?
That's a Tussie Mussie. And literally back then in the days, you made stuff. It was all homemade because you looked at what you had as resources.
Right.
And so it also added the personal element, personal touch to it. So you have pine cones and greenery. And then on the inside of the Tussie Mussie, they would have put things like nuts or candy and things like that. So, and then it served as a dual purpose because then you could hang it up on the tree. So some shapes were rectangular like that, some were cone shaped. And it also, Tussie Mussies were kind of tied into like the bridal bouquets from back in the days when you look at some of the older bouquets.
Very good. Yeah, they're very cool. A little bit of paper inside, fabric on the outside, stuffed with things, candies and treats for the kids.
Absolutely.
In the tree. That's brilliant. Of course, paper angels and the little porcelain doll heads. I mean, they had some really lovely decorations back then.
They did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything was homemade. So that's the thing, is you made do with what you had.
Right.
So,
yeah. And the best stuff is always the handmade stuff anyway, you know, the stuff that your kids made and things like that. Now, this is a very large fort to decorate.
Yes.
You guys have to decorate how many buildings?
Each of the buildings gets their own tree. So there's four of these wonderful, beautiful trees in the buildings. And then we also have wreaths, homemade wreaths that are hanging on all the doors. So at the commanding officer's quarters, he has a nice large wreath. And of course, back then you would decorate it with fruit and nuts and anything that you could just to make it very festive. The commanding officer and the officers always wanted to be able to please their spouses. So they tried to decorate, and so it was one of the festive times of the year to be merry and to celebrate with your family.
Absolutely, an easy peasy way to do it. Go cut down a tree, make some ornaments, and everything's awesome. I love how you really stick to the period correct. You know, everything is period correct here. Each room is gorgeously decorated with artifacts, and then when you add the Christmas to it on top, it just really makes it special.
And we try. We obviously need the lighting and other things, you know, to let people be able to see the inside of the buildings. But our hope is that when people come through here, they're walking into the past as life was 145 years ago. Without having to wear the period clothing.
Right, which you always do so well, I have to say. Thank you for dressing up.
You're welcome.
I love how the volunteers also always wear period clothing.
Our volunteers make it come to life. You got it.
Do you need more volunteers? How are you doing on volunteers these
We
days?
can always use more volunteers, and if you go to our website, azstateparks.com, and click on Fort Verde's webpage, and there's a tab for volunteers. You could definitely use volunteers. And then something we talked about with back in the days when the soldiers were out here, a lot of the soldiers didn't have their families out here. So for them to celebrate with those people that they were out here with meant the world, because it was kind of, I wanted to put a little shout out for those guys too, because it was kind of lonely and desolate out here. And if you're away from your family, making ornaments and trying to do things that brought good cheer to everybody, that was one of the ways to try to make them feel at home, even when they were miles and miles away from their family.
Yeah, that would do it. Yeah, there's so much history here at Fort Verde. I absolutely love it. It's so interesting. You guys are so knowledgeable. Wonderful group of support volunteers you have here. Now, the entire month of December, you're doing things here. You start out with the Tussie Mussie workshop, which would have been last week, and now you're having candlelight tours.
One of our favorites, up and down Officers Row, and we'll have the luminaries, and we'll have the oil lamps, and the buildings will all be lit up, and we'll have folks in period clothing doing guided tours. Our special guy, Santa, will be here on Friday night, and then Santa and Mrs. Claus. And then Saturday we'll do candlelight tours as well. So it's just the regular admission fee, which does support the fort and keeps us open. So for adults it's $7. For kids 6 and under, they're free. And 7 to 13-year-olds are $4. Right. So I always tell people, if you come during the daytime, your fee is good for daytime and nighttime. So you get kind of 2 for 1. Well, and you're helping to support the fort. So we'd love for people to come out.
Now that's the 8th and the 9th. If you miss that, the decorations are up all the way till January.
You got it, till January 5th, the first Saturday in 2018. Yep.
Very nice. So you can come tour the fort, see it in all its Christmas finery, smell the wonderful greenage, and get tours as well during that time. So
you got it.
I love what you do here every year. You always do such amazing things. Every month there's something going on at Fort Verde State Historic Park.
Come on out, check it out.
There's every month, of course, Christmas, well, December happens to be my favorite when everything is decorated. You put so much into making this happen. It is the perfect time to come.
And we have vintage baseball too. We gotta give a shout out to our vintage baseball players. So we have games coming up all throughout. We've got 6 games coming up throughout the years. The rest of the calendar year, so come on out for that too.
Nothing like vintage baseball game. Get you going out in the courtyard there, right?
And you got it right there on the grounds. You got it.
Yeah, this is amazing. And well, you know, it wouldn't be December without talking about gifts and sales and things. And you happen to have a sale coming up here.
We do. It's our once a year 20% off holiday sale. The 1st to the 15th, and so it's 20% off. There's a few items like annual passes that are excluded. But for the most part, if you're looking for books and gifts and stuff, come out to the fort. We've got what you need.
Who would have thought? It's last minute Christmas shopping. Come out to Fort Verde.
Yay!
And it supports the fort, which is what's really important.
So we couldn't do it without everybody's support.
Absolutely. I mean, the donations need to keep coming in because the funding is like, you know, we know how that works. So anytime you can get any sort of help, donations, any volunteers, just get in touch.
Come on over. We'd love to have you.
Absolutely. Sheila, how long have you been here again?
14 and a half years.
14 and a half years. She was in grade school when she started running this place. That's why it's so amazing. Well, thank you for another beautiful year.
Thank you.
And the pinon trees. You've got to come and smell the trees. So check out Fort Verde State Historic Park over here in Camp Verde all the month of December. Decorated, lit beautifully. Great time to bring your family through. Come look at the tour. Take a tour. Shop in the gift shop. Say hello to Sheila.
Please come on by. I'd love to have you guys.
Sheila Stubler, the manager over here at the park. Make sure you check it out. Christmas season is the best. So we'll be right back with more experience, so don't go away.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
Northern Arizona Mortgage Corporation is your local choice for personalized home loans, and they've been doing it since 1986. They help home buyers obtain FHA, VA, USDA guaranteed rural housing, and conventional loans. From start to finish, they offer a safe in-person application process with licensed loan originators. Contact Shelley White Collier at northernArizonaMortgage.com or call 634-4251. Visit their office, located at 707 East Dominguez, Suite 601, Cottonwood.
Christmas.
of angels. Choir of angels.
You always say that.
Well, because it's true.
Oh,
the Verde Valley Voices. It's a choir of angels.
Right.
Especially, yeah, it's just wonderful. The Verde Valley Voices, everyone singing fabulous Christmas songs. As always, Joy, great to see you. Joy Simons, who is the musical director and conductor for the Verde Valley Voices. How many years running now?
3.
3.
I know, I'm just a baby.
I know, and you're in it like you've been there forever. So.
Well, I was in it for a while when they first started, but yeah, it's glorious to be back. I'm having the time of my life.
I bet, and it's exciting. You've got your Christmas concert coming up on December 17th.
Correct, Sunday afternoon.
It starts at 3 at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church, though there's a sing-along.
There is at 2:30 before the concert starts, because a lot of people come early to get their seats and then they just kind of sit and sit and sit and sit. So instead of lengthening the concert itself with this 15-20 minute holiday sing-along, we're going to start it at 2:30 and go until a few minutes before 3.
Oh, that's great. So the early birds get a chance to sing along.
There you go.
You know, I love singing Christmas songs. So it's perfect
so
for
2:30, be there.
That's great. Now, and tickets are very easy to get. Thank you very much. You've got them at different places around town. You have them at Mount Hope Foods.
Correct.
You have them at Desert Dancer. You have them at Jay's Bird Barn.
And Sedona, yes.
And Sedona. And where else?
And Thanks a Latte in Kegn Verde. And any choir member has a stash. You can get them from any choir member. And also the gift shop at Immaculate Conception Church has them too.
There you go. So no excuses for not being able to find tickets, because they're spread out no matter where you live.
Well, even if you can't find them, you can get them at the door.
There we go. And how much is it to get in?
It's $10 for adults. Children 12 and under are free. So we consider 13-year-olds adults. I don't know why. We're out of our minds. But, you know.
Mine's tall enough. So I get it. But that's very nice. So 12 and under is free, 10 for everyone. And it's wonderful to support you. In that way,
Thank
we
you.
can do that. How many people does the church seat?
The church seats almost 2,000 people.
Get out!
Yeah, and we usually have about 800 at our Christmas concert. Yeah, it's a cool thing. So plenty of seats, don't worry, but get there early if you want one of the really good ones.
There you go, for sure. Now, are we missing some members?
Well, this is a small group called the Notables. We have 2 small choirs. One is a women's group called Bella Voce, and then one is this group called the Notables. So I just brought the Notables for you today. The whole choir is like 80 voices. So
wow.
Very, very big.
That's fantastic.
And we're doing such good music this year.
I bet. I love the theme, Get a Handle on Christmas.
Yeah.
It's just so cute.
It's because the second half is the Messiah. Selections from the Messiah.
Oh, wonderful. Some of the greatest Christmas music on the planet.
Isn't it wonderful? Yes. And the soloists, we're not doing the whole thing, but we are, you know, by the time you leave, you'll feel like you've been there. And we do have about 5 solos that are going to be sung, small groups and solos, and they're all from the choir, and they're all just wonderful. It's amazing the talent in this group. It really is.
Are you open to new members currently?
Of course. Well, not right now, because our concert's in 2 weeks.
Not until the 18th.
Second semester rehearsals start on the 2nd of January.
Okay.
And yeah, this is a non-audition choir.
Get out.
Okay.
Well, because everybody's so good.
I know.
I would have thought that they would need this lengthy audition process because you all sound so beautiful.
That's because they work hard.
Because they work hard.
They're good people. And
How often do you meet?
Well, the big choir, Verde Valley Voices, meets once a week, Tuesday nights from 6:30 to 8:30, and we get to practice in the church, which is wonderful. We're not a church choir, but it's great to practice in the actual auditorium. We're going to sing
the acoustics.
The acoustics in that church are very unique. And then the small choirs, the people in the small choirs, which again is a non-audition group, but they have an extra rehearsal, an extra hour a week rehearsal that they have specifically for their choir.
How do we get a hold of you if we're considering possibly trying to be in the group?
You can go to verdevalleyvoices.org and all the information is there. You can send us an email there saying that you're interested in joining, and we will communicate with you and get you registered and get everything going on. I'd throw out phone numbers, but the best thing to do is the website, verdevalleyvoices.org. Or you can come to the concert and approach anybody in the choir or myself or anybody in the choir, and we can help you do that too.
Excellent. Excellent. So check out the concert that's happening on December 17th at 3 p.m. at the Immaculate Conception Church. What's next for you after that? What are you performing next? Is that Easter?
Well, no, it's spring.
Spring?
It's spring. We are actually doing a Mother's Day concert.
Oh.
And it's Broadway.
Great. So you want to volunteer on,
Yes.
starting as of December 18th.
That's right. You can actually do it on the 17th if you want.
Yeah, right. You just don't expect to sing.
That's
So.
right. No.
Joy, thank you so much for bringing. Thank you all the notables for coming in today.
Our
Always
pleasure.
wonderful to see you every
Thank you.
year here.
Thank
Thank you for bringing Christmas music to the Verde Valley Experience. Check them out, verdevalleyvoices.org. Thank you so much for watching the Verde Valley Experience. We love you, appreciate you, wish you a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next time.
We're going to close out with 2 numbers. The first one is very unusual. It's an African chant. So enjoy.
Bethlehemu, Bethlehemu, Infuno Baba, Infuno Baba Anu, Baba Toda Wazi. Betelehem Muiluara, Nilolari Baba Odaju, Betelehem Muiluara, Nilolari Baba Odaju.